Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're doing more of our Posthomerica illustrations, and we're really zeroing in on what we want for Penthesilea. So let's see if we can bring that home. The big thing we're trying to do right now is her hair, and we reached on a good new concept now, which is this hairstyle that we have. So let's, what I would like to do is remove all the hair from this and just have it be on another layer so we don't have to worry about it. So let's grab this, we're gonna cut it out, we're gonna paste it, put it back where it was, more or less where it was. And we'll merge these. Good. I also want to just get rid of this little chunk here. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to do. Number one, I was looking at references, and usually when a headband is in hair, it doesn't really go all the way to the back of their head. So I'm gonna change that. Okay. I might want to make it a little bit more like that or something. So we're going to take this, try and do something interesting with it, I guess. At this point, we've given Penthesilea like every hairstyle that we could possibly think of. But sometimes it takes, a lot of tries to get it right. We just want to stay patient. Okay. Maybe some of it's going behind her back here. And yeah, I kind of still want the headband to hit the back of the head, or at least to do something else. It doesn't really work for me like this. I don't know why. Maybe if it just went further back. Hold on, yeah, because what I'm looking at is headbands, which are actually worn at more of an angle. Let's look at a tiara. Okay, yeah, that's more like on the top of the head where it sits. But it also doesn't necessarily go to the back. Yeah, so let's do this. Instead of what we did here, we're actually going to straighten this to be like that. Put it closer to the top of her head. Maybe like this. Maybe we'll put some hair on the other side of her head too. Now this isn't really a Greek, ancient Greek looking hairstyle, but again, like we do want to add some kind of like foreign element because she's not from Greece. She's an Amazon who's coming to help the Greeks. So it's like, we want to add something that doesn't really feel like the rest of the artwork. All right, yeah, I think that's really good. Now, what I think we should do as well is maybe add like, if we're gonna have her hair have this black, really deep black, we should add black highlights and stuff to her costume. Yeah, so maybe in here. No, I don't like that. And let's put the headband a little bit further forward, I think. Yeah. Okay, great. Now we have the design. Let's do it properly. So we're gonna take these layers and put them in a group. Just turn them off for a sec. We'll clean up the head because we added a lot of accidental little things when we were messing around. Clean that. Okay, now we'll turn this on, turn it down. And we're gonna use yeah, because like for this helmet, or whatever you call it, the tiara thing, we've messed with it so many times and skewed it that it's like we should just redraw it on top of the original so that we can kind of like get rid of a lot of the strangeness that occurs when it's skewed so much. Let's turn on the guides for this. It's usually good to try and figure out the line of where the hair is coming from. So not just to draw like a zigzag at the bottom, but to rather like trace where, because it's really just a bunch of masses of shapes. It's not like a, you know, there's a rhyme and a reason to it. Okay, so let's turn off our guide layer now. It looks pretty cool blonde like that. Let's actually duplicate this just in case we want to do something with that. And then as you can see, now that we've drawn out where the shapes of the hair is going, we can add a kind of like a texture that still evokes where the shape was. It's a pretty common like comic book art style thing to do. And since we're not necessarily trying to make it look like a comic book at all, but we're not shying away from a little bit of these kind of like modern techniques if they help us. Yeah, great. So I think that works really well. Let's maybe lose a little bit of the tiara thing. Good. Let's also curve the tiara thing a little bit. That's gonna be a little more difficult because it's actually ingrained in the layer. Maybe if we just did this. Yeah. And I think her hair is too tall now, so let's... Good. Now, what else do we want to do? I think we're good. So let's figure out our color for her background parts. I guess it could be this. Or it could be lighter, like this. Let me look at some of my references here. Let's see, what did I do for Paris's picture? The thing is that usually this red figure stuff is on a background of black. It can be. Let me take a look at a couple of things here. Maybe we can give her like a yellowish color. like a gold. That's kind of cool. Let's get a little bit more orange. See, that starts to blend into this a little bit. We don't want that. I think this is going to work pretty well. Maybe let's call it like that. Yeah. What is it I want on here? Maybe I want more yellow? That doesn't work. See, that gold kind of works, but it's too similar in color tone. I think this kind of gold works. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So let's add that to our color palette here. We'll put a little separator between them, I guess. Like that, so we know which character they're for. Good, ladies and gents. So we have Penthesilea totally designed. Took us enough tries with the hair, but we got there. And we fill her in, and we start working on the background, which you can see is still very crude. And there's not a lot of design language to it. So we'll work on that. Oh, we also have to add her spear, which I forgot. So that'll happen too. Thanks for joining, ladies and gents. The channel's called The Voice of Nick. If you want to see more, don't forget to hit the follow button, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.